frieza na cal, mira quentíssima. Tem quem te desacredita, existem duas listas de quem
everyone, welcome back. Good morning for the third and final time here on a lovely Sunday. Davey, last day of the Nordic Masters qualifier, mate. Today, we figure out which one of our 4 remaining teams is going to the full showdown.
Yeah, we do. And we're going to start it off today with this game that, everybody in the chat is definitely looking forward to. This is Dignitas versus 00Nation. The Brazilians, the Norwegians even, you just never know. Sometimes VSM, he's got that Norwegian blood flowing through him.
Yeah, it's in his veins. He showed it off yesterday and he looked pretty sick. So hopefully we see more of Norwegian VSM. But at the very least, we get to see 2 fantastic teams in our opening best of 1. But there's still so much more. And it's a best of 3 as well. We're out of best of 1 territories. We're into the juicy free map affairs. However, if you're wondering how we got here, you're a bit confused about the format, don't worry. JCap Producer's got you covered with this amazing graphic. As you can see, we started way back on Friday, of course, and we saw the 2 teams that came out of Group A, Dignitas Vi and Havu, Davey.
Yeah, and we saw, Dignitas coming out of that one. I think that was expected. They picked up 2 back-to-back wins, 16-12, 16-12. And then, the one on the other side of that, not really necessarily an upset, but 777 took down Havu 16-3. But then Havu did get their revenge, 19-16. So they are the second team that made it out of Group A. We move on over to Group B. We can take a look at how this one played out. And this one was sort of the shocking one for us anyways. Copenhagen Flames, huge upset to take down Fnatic, obviously 16-10 versus Lyngby Vikings. Not that shocking, not that big of a deal, but Copenhagen Flames absolutely dominated Fnatic as well. That 16-10 scoreline, slightly misleading. It was way more one-sided than that.
Yeah.
So they come out of the group as the number 1 seed. Fnatic dropped down to the lower bracket. Obviously, we see that, the forfeit loss from Lyngby Vikings in that lower bracket game. So it set up the rematch, 00Nation versus Fnatic. And this time, the Brazilians and Norwegians were able to take that 16-12 and send Fnatic packing.
Man, those games were absolutely hectic. We saw Fnatic's weaknesses on the CT side. We really got a good microscope on our teams back in the group stage. But now we're here in the playoffs, of course. Best of 3s the whole way to the bitter end. We start off with the opening semi-final that we're looking at tonight, which is Dignitas Vi versus 00Nation. Of course, the Brazilians going up against the old boys in Dig. Should be a pretty tasty game, honestly. Here's the Dignitas roster up on screen. Names you should know. If you've been a fan of Counter-Strike for a long time or a little time, all of these should be household names. Jumping right off the page immediately, of course, Forest and Freiburg, the dynamic duo from a very long time ago. Some of the younger guns that you may not be familiar with. Of course, Hauzerk, Heap, Lekro, players that still have so much stature to them. Heap looked really good. Hauzerk had a fantastic performance, if I remember rightly, back in the group stage as well. I mean, we only saw 2 games from him, Davey, but they did look good.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, Hauzerk, he's the sort of the young Norwegian opera that they brought into this team when they originally remade it, right? And he's somebody who they definitely look to for a lot of fragging power. And then obviously you take a look at the veterans, Forest and Freiburg, absolutely legendary players in the scene, no doubt about that. And Lekro, Lekro's been around for a while as well at this point, so really they have 3 vets and 2 sort of young guns who are really trying to make that name for themselves in the same way that their teammates have. Now take a look over to the 00Nation side. And I mean, obviously both of these teams have 1 Norwegian, VSM being the Norwegian of this team, as we saw yesterday. And then, you look at these, there's some massive pedigree on this team. Obviously TRK and Hen 1 will come in and out depending on the map that they are on. Usually maps that favor double ops is where they will bring in Hen 1, but they do rotate most of their lineup around depending on the map. These guys really execute that 6-man roster. I think the only player who plays all 7 maps is KNG, which makes sense. He's the in-game leader, the primary opera, all that makes sense. So these guys, again, depending on the map, they'll be rotating that 6-man around. Just keep in mind that Hen 1 is also on this roster. It's not just those 5. And there's definitely some big names there and a lot of pedigree, a lot of tier 1 experience, major finalists, and Juan Lucas, KNG with that Immortals team. So yeah, absolutely a big names on both sides of the server. And this is a matchup where I think both these teams will be looking at that a little unlucky that they happen to get matched up in the semifinal instead of the final.
No, absolutely. All in all, I think we've got like 5 major finalists in this first best of 3 of the day, basically, right? With Forest Freiburg.
And Forest Freiburg, major winners.
Yeah, true. Right, well, let's have a look and see if there's going to be a major mistake in the veto or if it'll be what we expect. Good thing is, of course, this time around, Dave, a bit more sustenance, right? Best of 3, first one we've had with the entire qualifier, so we actually get a proper veto out of this.
Yeah, and this ban on Mirage makes total sense. Yeah, this makes sense also that they're going to pick Dust 2. Now, I think I'm interested to see where Dig is going to go with their map pick because the map pools are a bit overlapping. Yeah, so Dig actually goes for the nuke pick. And I think this has set up 00Nation for the chance if they are feeling it today, if they woke up in a good mood today, feeling well, not tired and sleepy like me, then there's a serious chance that they can get this quick 2-0 here because Dust 2 Nuke are 2 maps that these guys are specialists at. It's 2 maps where they are entirely at home. And so when you look at that, when you look at this veto, it really depends on how the start goes for them because these guys are notoriously slow starters. Early games, not there's necessarily their strong suit. So Dig could be in trouble if they are vibing this one.
They could be. We've seen signs of, issues cropping up in the past when it's a slow start, when it's first game of the day, when they have to ease into it. The Brazilian squad sometimes takes a little while to get into the games. Dignitas didn't look like they had that problem at the 11 a.m. start we had way back on the first day. They came into Nuke fresh, dismantled Ents. They looked good. If I had to force you to decide who you think is going to get absolutely torn limb from limb in this best of 3, though, to start us off, Davey, who would you go with?
I think for this one, I'm going to go with the favorites. I think they probably have more to them. And the fact that it's the first game of the day, early game, I don't think 00Nation is going to come out flying. So I am going to go with Dignitas here. But I will say that the map vetoes definitely give a strong chance for 00Nation to get this one.
All right, I'll agree with you, to be honest. I think the old squad have got it coming out strong here. Not as much in the sense that I don't have faith in 00Nation because they did look good. But honestly, from everything we've seen from Dignitas, back on the first day, they looked really good in terms of form. They were coming out strong. They were hitting their shots. The strategy was there. 00Nation was a little bit wishy-washy at times yesterday. It left quite a bit to be desired. So hopefully they can fix that going into today's games because this is where it matters most. The best of 3s. Playoffs has begun.
Начинается у нас пистолетка матча Dignitas. 00Nation. Много
I'm a
потешных.
little surprised that Henny isn't playing on Dust 2. I can see that he is actually in for this map. I think they're pretty consistent with it, so I'm assuming this really
Команда
was,
Dignitas
this was
начинает у
always
нас в
the plan.
защите. 00Nation в атаке.
Surprising, Dust 2 a
Dust
map that
2,
really
пик
leans into its
команды
double ops.
00Nation.
Actually, Henny is in the server, so who's out right now?
Lucas
Oh yeah,
right now,
Lucas
yeah.
is gone. That's right. Yeah.
Интересная такая проверка машины от
Which, it is a
игроков команды
-25%
из
attack
Бразилии.
speed debuff when you remove
true.
one of the brothers from play.
И основной косяк команды 00Nation будет идти на базе. Только один игрок, это Хип, делает он 1 килл. Делает 2-й килл, жесткая приемка от Хипа, Форест. Нет, Хип, уже трипл килл. Хенни у нас прячется за машиной тем временем. Но бомба-то выпала. Бомба выпала на Б. Перка падает мидл, Хаузик спаливает тут движуху, Лек ругает Хенни, килл от Перка и покер от Хипа в первом же раунде. На карте Dust 2. Очень хорошо он отыграл.
Just starts snapping shots. 4K for him to total into the round. Looks really good. That's what you want. Someone like Heap, if they're fired up and they're getting frags at the start of the game in the pistol round, first couple of rounds, building
Форс
up
от
on
команды
those ecos,
00Nation
it feels like it
сейчас.
fuels him with momentum the longer the game goes on. If he has a slow
Хенни
start,
у
it
нас
seems like it takes a little while for
на
him to get into the
скауте
game.
попадает по
So, great
Лекру
first
уже.
round for Heap. Bodes well for
Правда,
Dignitas.
Всем
Response from
тоже теряет
00Nation.
немного
Just
здоровья, хорошая
shoot run.
хайтешка.
Get everyone up there.
По
So much
Лео
damage done though off the back
и
of the HGs.
по
Let
Кирка.
pros in position to deal with them. They have got
Алдер на
past
рекламе
Dignitas
принимает.
out
Нет,
now.
КНЖ видел
Fell
это
onto
по
him with the
КСГО.
fat to behead them, but
Большинство
KNG's got a
для
deagle.
бразильцев.
Proficient at
Хаешка
killing
плент.
people. Finds that flick and takes the man down for
Не
now.
очень много теряют здоровья игроки команды 00Nation, но Хип просел на 70 хп. 3 в 3 ситуация все же. Хип битый, очень битый. Лекро делает килл по 3 в 1. Что, боже, как же быстро все это закончилось. 1-1. Форс оправдал себя.
They took a ton of damage. Once they got that opening pick onto Halzerk in the site, ended up being a free one for them. Oh, what a shot.
It's a super nice round. That was sick. Like literally from nothing. Basically just deco up short. They get on site. Halzerk falls. The whole thing gets cracked open like a walnut.
И ответный форс от команды Dignitas.
So, Dignitas, you take the pistol, you lose the conversion.
3 дигла, Юсп, Халзерк не закупался и скаут от Лекра. Арморы есть только у Хипа и Фореста. Флешка прилетает, РК у нас за синим с Фамосом. Помимо этого еще 2 калаша, М-ка и скаут. Кенни уже находит Лекра. Без скаута остаются Dignitas теперь. И если бразильцы берут этот раунд, хорошая возможность выйти на 3-1. У них... Всем привет, кто есть на трансляции. Уже 3-5, остаются 3 дигла. Фрайберг у нас отыгрывает с плента. Залазит на ящик. Он вроде бы догадывается. Флешка залетает и сразу же его сбривают под флешку. 2 в 5. Кенни на машине со скаутом, но можно попробовать засейвить эти арморы с диглами. Хороший вариант для Dignitas. Мы видим, что один дигл с армором они уже не засейвят. Хит идет на Титаник.
Worst day ever? Question mark. Cops called in asterisks.
Хит на Титанике может сейчас попасть, но нет, жестко ставит VCM по нему. 1-2. Вероятнее всего, и спаме сейчас будут отыгрывать Dignitas. It just falls in the favor of 00Nation the way you'd expect. Good start. They've got the rifle advantage to work with at the minute. They're setting the pace. Really. Да, одну флешку закупили и бегут все в middle.
Should be another freebie, and then the real game will start to kick off. Towards middle, we basically have the entire team. They've gone for the 4-player stack.
Делали засаду на миду Dignitas. Мы видим, что никто из игроков не собирается туда идти. Погибает. Лекра забирает своего тиммейта. И должны доказывать, что аплен пустой бразильцы. Очень много игроков пушили Б-темку. Да, отпустила бежит Кенни с бомбой. Сейчас будет ставить ее.
Oh, I see one, guys. I'm gonna shoot him. Oh my god, they're all here now, and I'm dead.
Yeah, just sold him to Sauron straight up. Absolute nightmare. KMG, woo, he wanted to try and recover, clean up a little bit there. Avenge his fallen brethren, but no chance. And instead, it's just going to be a bit of scavenging done from Dignitas.
Будут стараться засейвить калаш и Фамос. Игроки Dignitas, ну, судя по всему, у них это получится, так как никто не идет их убивать. Всем привет, кто есть на трансляции. Рад всех видеть. Смотрим матч Dignitas 00Nation. Dignitas выбрали команду карту Нюк. 00Nation выбрали Dust, который мы сейчас смотрим. И десайдером, если что, будет Inferno. Смотрим первый полноценный оружейный бай у двоих команд. Халзерк в бланде промахивается, убивает Кенни. Бомбу видит, но сразу разменчик по Фрайбергу подлетает, но я не понял, зачем он пушил. О, Халзерк и Фрайберг провалили полностью в длину. Подскажи, где чекнуть англ. Я сейчас скину ссылочку в чат.
Trying to rotate back over towards A to
Good
help out
speed shot
Lekro,
вам
who's here
кину.
just by himself, but they also have short control Jack, and Lekro's getting split here so hard.
Oh my god, 00Nation are basically 2 forks, and
ТВ.
Dignitas are the pork
Blast
fork,
Premier.
baby. They're getting ripped apart in the middle, stretched so thin. Their only response now rides on Forest. Now rides on
Держи ссылку на англа извечной трансляции.
It's one. KNG replied. Panicked and bludgeoned as VSL will land the shot from the elevated angle. Upgrades to the AK. Upgrades to the AK with another round. With another round. 4-1 now. 4-1 now. Good start for the T side. Good start for the T side. Going the way the Brazilians would want it to. They might have lost the pistol round, but you wouldn't tell by looking at the scoreline.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, just a crucial missed shot from Halzer. And so, yeah, that was the one right there as Leo's able to get that frag back. Good spacing, good trades towards short as well.
Несмотря на энтрикилл, Dignitas все-таки проиграли этот раунд. Непонятная у меня была агрессия от Фрайберга и Халзерка на флангу. Халзер сделал килл, и Фрайбер пошел пушить дальше яму. И в попытке разменять павшего Фрайберга Халзер тоже потерял свою жизнь. Лекро пропрыгнул на сити обратно, и Всем распикал, никого не нашел.
About to say they might be counting their blessings, as it seems like they do want to go for the mid to B, but after declining contact from Freiburg,
Фрайберг уже упал, но Форест хороший килл по VCM. Будет ли это талый выход на мидл? Нет, это фейк выход на мидл и основной выход на шорт. Раскидались смоки, Лекро со скаутом будет принимать все это дело. И начинается проход. Есть одна маслиночка от Лекро. Хип на сити. По ноге попадает ему Хеннин. Сразу разменчик 2 в 2, ситуация остается. ДРК и Лео и ТРК остаются. Халзер с одним юспом против двоих. В принципе, можно. Если убьет сейчас одного. И ай-яй-яй, одно хп остается в Лео Дарка. Буквально одна пулька в палец должна была залететь, чтобы он погиб. Но он выживает на одном хп. 5-1 счет. Хорошее начало для бразильца.
00Nation goes into this one, and we do see full gun round now coming out. Halzerk has that op again. Og in the hands of Heap, but Forrest with only the MP9 because he did obviously go for that hero op by last round. He has just the MP9 on this one. And look at this, Dignitas committed 4 players towards long, and they still have 4 people towards long. This is the, you know, it's playing 4 people towards long if you think the other team is going to go fast long. Very common, you know, nothing wrong with it. Just the way it is. They did leave 4 people at long for a long time, and Heap is just completely by himself here towards B. And his positioning means there's going to be no chance for any delay or trade once that smoke goes away. It looks like 00Nation is looking towards maybe throwing some sort of fake towards short and then trying to contact out B. And they do have these double ops, so Heap could be in a bit of trouble. He doesn't have any rotation. He has no help. He's completely isolated here on the B bomb site.
The thing is, you are spitting facts. However, look at it like this. It's Heap with an AUG. The amount of times we have seen this man somehow just do the unthinkable in a weird off angle, you know, in a grotty little position. Somehow just slaughter everyone with the AUG.
Тише на карте, 30 секунд до конца, 3 игрока на шарте, еще один подтягивается через мидл, видимо в спине уже одного игрока, Форест находит Хенни, это был как раз игрок в спине, Халзер KNGV, он знает еще про минимум одного игрока, здесь двое, килл по ТРК, 2 в 4 ситуация, 4 в 1, остается одним Лео, он у нас на Xbox берет авик и будет, судя по всему, его сейвить. И, судя по всему, он это сделает, так как нету преследования. Засейвят 2 калаша, 3 калаша и авик. Игроки команды Dignitas. Второй раунд в защите есть.
We didn't get to catch it, but Forrest, yeah, this was this flank towards middle. He pushed through long with the MP9. There was such low time left in the round. He was like, okay, if they're not coming out long now.
Хорошая игра на приемке от опорника пунта. И сейчас наблюдаем закуп на последние деньги у команды 00Nation. Выход на лонг вчетвером занимает его Dignitas против двоих игроков команды 00Nation. Леодарк находит Фореста уже, но остается очень красным. 2 хп, за синим двое игроков. В смоках прячется. Судя по всему, он красавец. Кто красавец? Я красавец, да.
Freiberg as well, doing what he does best, rattling off pot shots with the Kalashnikov and slaughtering men.
Да, то, что засейвил авик, он красавец.
4
в 3. Хип, боже, может взлететь. Так и случается. KNGV занимает плент, открывает его. Бомба заносится, ставится. И смотрим, где игроки команды защиты. Один КТ, второй мидл. Один только-только подбегает на топ мидл и будет заходить через тоннел. Нет, трое через мидл будут выбивать. Бразильцы заняли следующие позиции. Танцпол, машина и Тёмка. 2 в 1 остается Хаузер. Нужно сейвить в любом случае. Да, долго, целое лето комментировал.
That will be the round for 00Nation, but again, that is just on the back of that mistake from Heat, right? He knows.
Смотрел, как Ленин комментирует, как Ксения комментирует, подумал, чем я хуже.
The CTs are committing so many players towards this long side of the map. The reaction is, you know, that they have to try to take space on the opposite side of the map, and KNG recognizes that immediately. Here's exactly where Heap is. All of the sound cues given away. He threw that nade, he runs to the car,
конечно,
jumps
шучу.
up onto the box.
Есть такой чел на ютубе, как Тодд. Он кастит матчи, он типа включает их, общается с аудиторией. Смотрел на него, слушал, как Ксения комментирует, Ленин, и понемногу взял с троих. Подпустили очень близко игрока защиты к банке. Решили не занимать эту позицию 00Nation. Только контролить поджим с банки. Но на этот раз никто не будет поджимать банку. 3 игрока, возможно, будут заходить на лонг. Пока здесь молик.
Yeah, and they're just sort of posturing it out right now. You can tell their plan is clearly to eventually go late out long here.
Решили в этом раунде сыграть более спокойный КС бразильцы. Подождать, похолдить. Прилетает смок на лонг. Видим 2 игроков, которые собираются под этот смок выходить. Промах от снайпера. Фрайберг погибает. И есть выход через шорт. Это идеальный сплит Б. Ой, сплит А. Но есть и гусь, который может наделать проблем. Лекро. В пункте молик под него. И находит ДРК. Голову Лекро. Остается 1 Форест против 2. ТРК битый. Хенни фул хп. И Хенни находит Фореста. 7-й в атаке. Хороший даст у команды 00Nation. В собственности атака. Хорошая голова залетела по Лекро. И Хенни уже просто добил Фореста. 7-й. Диглы на руках у команды Dignitas. И возможность выйти на 8-й команде. Что это только что было? Одного нашли на мидле. Это я видел. А где еще двое погибли? Я даже и не понял. Да, я играю в КС. Вчера апнул Суприма в напарниках. Бой был довольный. А в 5 на 5 меня на 2 аккаунтах калаш с винками и Суприм на 2 аккаунтах и 4-й левел фейсета. Ну, сейчас началась учеба, я не особо играю в КС. Прошло сколько? С среды мы учимся. Прошло раз, 2, 3, 4 дня. Мы еще просто по субботам учимся. Я уже не могу. Не хватает меня на КС. КС это такая игра, где нужно побомбить немного. Мне сил на эти эмоции уже не остается. Пробегает за синий игрок команды атаки. Догадывается ли про это Халзерг? Да, догадывается, но слишком широко открылся. Фрайберг, опять же, если Халзерг бы упал, это был у меня первый левел. А я 4-й как-то на шару апнул. Там 3-й дается. Я пару каток подряд выиграл, апнул 4-й. Ну и такое. По киллу делает лекрохип. Еще килл от хипа, остается последний игрок, это ТРК. И 3-й в защите.
A third round achieved for Dignitas, a much needed one. Didn't look like a great start. Again, as you were saying, towards long, we can see the leak every time. They're able to get out to long instantly. They're just abusing that control. And it puts so much more pressure onto Dig. Money-wise as well, this is now a blip. Obviously, no AWP in play. They couldn't afford it, couldn't recover it. So they have to contend with just rifles going into this next round.
Очередной закуп от 00Nation. Это, кстати, последний закуп. Если вот после энтри-килла Dignitas могут закрыть бразильцев, то у них будет возможность не только 4-й забрать, но и 5-й. Спасибо, Сергей.
Whoever, if they had that good spawn, they would just run and jump out long and go and sit at the blue bin, wait for Dignitas' counter flashes, and then peek out and get the free kill on Freiburg. That was the second or third time it happened. And so now Dignitas finally adjusted, denying that opportunity from them. And here we see 00Nation just grouping back up towards B, but this time Dignitas is definitely ready for this one, as they have 2 players in that B site and that quick rotate towards middle.
Themselves up, waiting for the smoke to fade. Heap with a HE, dashes it in deep, doesn't actually get a tag off with it though. Getting down to crunch time now.
Кенджи, видишь, то если бы еще не убил его. Сразу Лекра врывается с 2 ног, 2 килла. Последний Кенджи на медле промахивается опять. Остается на 48 хп, 9 секунд до конца. Шансов нету на взятие этого раунда. 4-й для Dignitas.
Both of them playing it safe. Money is weak on either side. At least it's around.
Yeah, they do manage to recover Henny's op, and honestly, it's just an unlucky shot. I mean, there's a world where that just hits. I mean, it just happens sometimes. CSGO. It do just be like that. Now Dig finally strung some rounds together, and they've broken the economy of 00Nation, because on a lot of those rounds they were winning, there was still not that many people surviving, so Dignitas is able to eventually break that money. What was looking, really rough for them, 8-2. Now it's 8-4. They are on that eco, obviously op saved on the side of KNG. Penny's bought a decent amount into this one as well. So even next round, 00Nation not going to have a lot of money. So if Dig wins this one, they
Или
could
не
potentially
форсится
claw
мой
this back to an
бразильцем.
8-7.
Отыграет только от одного авика, который был засерен в прошлом раунде. Не знаю, насколько практично применение авика в этой позиции на мидле. Потому что если ты хочешь выходить с авиком в мидл, тебе придется чекать как минимум буст, с которого только что спрыгнул игрок защиты, и упорную позицию. С авиком, мне кажется, лучше всего отыгрывать лонг или как-то станело смотреть танцпол и подобные позиции на Б. Ну, сейчас нам Халдер покажет, как нужно отыгрывать в защите с авиком. 1 килл, 2 килл, флешка. И есть на гусе Лекра, который тоже уже делает килл. Остаются вдвоем игроки атаки. 1 килл, все знают про второго. KNGV, 32 хп, не убивает, 2 килла от KNGV, но это уже не важно, потому что Фрайберг делает последнее убийство в этом раунде. 5-8. Дропает Савик Аузергу.
I mean, giving up 2 kills there towards the end to KNG, it's a little nitpicky. It's not the end of the world, but it's also not great that Halzerk and Lekro both went down, especially because now they only have that one off on Halzerk. They couldn't get that second one from Forest. And it's, you know, it's forced rebuys, it's forced drops to come out.
Сразу же по спавну ТРК врывается на лонг. Должны понимать игроки защиты, что мог по спавну пройти один игрок. Да, они это понимали, Фрайберг убивает, но это ему стоило 81 хп. Подбирает он калаш, и 3 игрока атаки будут заходить через шорт, судя по всему. Есть на машине игрок под номером 4, это Халзер. Дроп в сити. И не смог ли убить игрока, которого видел. В1 килл. Ай-яй-яй. Ну. Игрок под номером 2 слышал дроп. И забирает Хейни. 6-8. А счет был, если мне не изменяет память, то ли 7-2, то ли 8-3. 3 раунда к ряду берут Dignitas, хорошо включились под конец первой половины. Блин, бразильцы уже расслабились. Думали, что все настолько просто. Вот и первый тайм-аут тут как раз таки бразильцев.
Slowly grinding away, making adjustments round by round on their CT side, and just, you know, slowly sort of just choking that lead away from 00Nation.
Какие-то крутые кресла.
They're taking long from us. Here's how we're gonna fix that. All right, what are they gonna do if they can't take long? They're gonna try to go out B, or they're gonna try to go up short. How do we fix that? And they're, you know, they're making these adjustments on the fly. It's just working perfectly for them.
Слишком долгий фристайм в КС. Фристайм по 15 секунд перед раундом, они очень сильно затягивают игру. Нужно фристаймы сделать как минимум по 10 секунд, а то и по 8. Игроки, которые давно играют, уже на автомате закупают за 3 секунды все, что им надо. И все, и остальные 10-13 секунд они просто ждут, пока этот фристайм кончится. Но здесь легкий раунд для Dignitas. Вот, про фристаймы. Они очень долгие, и непонятно, зачем они настолько долгие. Вот Фейз сделал такую инновацию: 7 раундов после завершения, 7 секунд после завершения раунда. Чтобы успеть подобрать дроп и так дальше. ВМ же, мне, по-моему, намного больше, там секунд 10 нужно ждать, чтобы закончился раунд, плюс еще 15 секунд фристайма. Если бы Valve сделали 7 секунд фристайма и 7, и, допустим, там 6-7 секунд, 6-7 секунд после того, как раунд уже закончился, то катки стали бы намного меньше по времени. Пока я рассказывал свои философские мысли, видим, что 3 в 3 ситуация. Dignitas заходят на плент, ставят бомбу. KNGV красный, Хаузер тоже битый, но не настолько красный. KNGV будет идти через стенку, его сейчас заберут. Что на 7 хп делает килл, но вот Хип уже на размене. Хип остается битым. Хени видит 2 игроков. Мне кажется, все, можно заходить игроку ТРК, но нет. Его забирают. Хени видит голову, нет, а имит по ней. Ай, нет, 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 нет. Не смог убить никого. Пистолетка для Dignitas и хороший рывок для камбэка может сейчас строить для себя европейский коллектив. Взять сейчас форс, потом, если берут этот раунд Dignitas, автоматический выход на 10-й, а там уже с первой оружейки. Посмотрим, как все пойдет. Не очень удачный поджим с 2 сторон. 2 килла дали, да, но здесь еще... О, тирка могут не ждать. Забудьте про плохой поджим, что я сказал. Тирка могут не ждать. Нет, все, тирка спалился. Забейте. Если бы ТРК словил хороший тайминг и запушил в тот момент, когда спиной к нему стоял игрок атаки, то были бы все шансы, чтобы взять этот раунд. Нужно было как-то одновременно пушить, они так по одному запушили.
Right? They're like, all right, let's try this. We're gonna try to split upper B. The timing just a little bit off.
Экономически вот.
The upper B players pushed just a bit earlier than those lower players, so it made it just a bit harder for them. And actually, Halzer's been spotting this, and he knows that nobody's gone B. Actually, a missed smoke from 00Nation. So
этот смог все спалил, всю движуху. Бомба сейчас ставится на Б, а игрокам команды из Бразилии придется только вот так вот делать. Хип для Хипа. 3 килла. Он сделал. Идет фармить Лекро. Хени. Что? Камон. Двоих потеряли. Почему нам обсервер не показал, как Хени разобрал двоих? Может, на повторе мы увидим это. Бомба взрывается примерно через 20 секунд. Хени идет на шорт. Кстати, он ничего не засейвил. Сейчас только может. Оп. Хени. Минус 3 в этом раунде. Очень жестко, очень. Отыграл только что бразилец. And just to find 3 kills, that's 4 dead on the side of Dignitas. When you consider how that round started, where Halzer's posted up on mid, he's like, all right, guys, there's nobody B, just run in, you got it. Like, it's free. They all get in there, they get the bomb down as soon as possible. Then to end up losing 4 players on that one to the full eco. Not good from the side of Dig. И сейчас оружейный раунд будет все решать. Ну, не конкретно все. Смогут ли Dignitas выйти на 12-й? Пока что все начинается с центре килла для европейцев. И падает. Неаккуратно открылся.
Send Dignitas packing. They're not going to fully commit to the mid take anymore. Instead, just smoke it, bit of a bait play, and then go up short. Great timing with the utility.
И выход по шорту Хенни. У нас с Авиком делает 1 килл. Лекра падает. Хенни отыгрывает на ящике. Форест тоже падает. Но сразу Фрайберг на размене. Зерка находит хал. Зерка 1 в 3 остается Фрайберг. Хаешка в сити. Неплохая. И еще 1 килл. Это уже интересно. Бомба поднимается, но ТРК перестреливает его. И где деньги команды Dignitas? А их нет. Ну как-то очень спонтанно вышли Dignitas. Не думаю, что они изначально должны были выходить на шорт, потому что упал, по-моему, хип на мидле, и они сразу полетели на шорт. Я думаю, у них был план занять мидл и какой-то сплит мид to be. Ну, смотрим за раундом на пистолетах для Dignitas. С иглом у нас опять же хип.
Has put Dig onto the eco, man. Just deagles, couple flashes on the side of Electro, and all those frags.
5 на шорт идут. Но видим, что сейчас они в принципе могут туда зайти, так как никто его не контролит. Два игрока сконцентрировали свое внимание на лонгу. Вот, выход идет через шорт. В сити один игрок. Только сейчас стягивается лонга. Размен 1 в 1. Бомба ставится. Хип вместе с Форестом очень жестко просели. Не думаю, что хорошая идея пикать сейчас. Лекра. Его контролят. Фрайберг килл глока. Вот это неплохо. Хип еще один размен. 3-2 ситуация. ВСМ падает. Остается один Хенни с юспом. У него есть авик, но он не практичен. Два игрока на шорте. И это раунд. Это раунд для Dignitas. На пистолетах у них было 3 глока по 250. Дигл. Дима Тимошенко, спасибо за комментарий в чате. Да. Ну, таким начинающим кастером, как я, ну, я не совсем начинающий. Я летом комментировал. Очень хорошо комментировать, либо кастить вот такие матчи, которые не кастят какие-то там крупные Twitch каналы и на ютубе. Есть много этих людей, которые ставят на вот такие вот матчи. И вообще ставки плохо. Осуждаю ставки.
That is a massive round from Dig to win.
Steele's going to be rolling in his grave, isn't he? Just screaming Glocks. He's going to have a nightmare about it before he wakes up for his next Valorant game.
Но тем не менее, тир 2 сцена более такая легкая для прогнозирования. Потому что ты видишь какой-то условный даст мираж, все, у тебя сразу в голове ставка. Тотал 26,5 больше. Если есть тотал 25,5 больше за коэффициент 1,5, то это просто подарок. Энтри килл для бразильцев. 5-0 на пистолетах только что доиграли. Бразильцы это просто жесть. Вот о чем я говорю, вот такие раунды залетают на ТБшку. ТРК жестко вместе ВСМ раздали только что. Вот сейчас просто легчайший тотал больше 26,5 на этой карте. Если бы я ставил, я бы с удовольствием поставил на тотал больше. Потому что две равные команды, Dignitas, да, немного посильнее, но видим, что 00Nation очень хорошо отыгрывает свой пик. 2,5 с половиной больше. Так. Даст нюк. Вот сейчас нюк, если сейчас 00Nation выигрывает этот даст, то 2,5 больше почти железобетонно, потому что нюк в Dignitas это просто лучший нюк со всех команд, которые я видел. Даже, мне кажется, они здесь могут наравне играть с Нави на своем нюке.
Oh no, not again. Oh no. Not again, Jack. I can't with the Glocks, man.
Surely not. I mean, they've killed K&G with it.
Вот настолько сильный нюк у команды Dignitas. Но нужно, чтобы бразильцы не запороли свой пик. Сейчас спокойно доиграли даст в свою пользу. Сейчас 11-11.
Into upper tunnels, sets his focus over towards the A site, can get through lower here. There could be a play, Davey. 30 seconds on the clock. Time's working out for Forest.
Yeah, if he can sneak up short, he might be able to get a bomb plant. It doesn't look like anybody's going to be looking at it as well. So he's going to be able to get up here and potentially plant. I think it is VSM who's in the area. When he does get the plant, VSM will hear it. Maybe, you know, potential for that jumping AK shot. He hears him now, so...
Фурию с Нипами. Я саму игру не смотрел, но я видел, что Фурия выиграла. И... Короче, вообще мне не нравится игра Нипов в последнее время. Они подписали девайса. И мне кажется, что они должны просто были бы всех уничтожать. Просто выносить всех вперед ногами.
00Nation get another round. 11-11. The game is all tied up. It's been back and forth like a metronome. But as you said, you know, silver lining to it. At least there's the blessing of the bomb.
Я смотрел вчера только Ancient. Я после 11-4 уже просто выключил Ancient. Включаю, а они до сих пор, они играют там 16-14 счет. Девайса за лям подписали, ну да, хороший трансфер. Только им нужно время, чтобы сыграться. И вообще как-то и гамбиты позавчера проиграли Ликвидом неожиданно. Хотя мне казалось, что гамбиты просто выиграют этот турнир вообще без поражений. Ну, в той группе более чем все понятно. Что там? Гамбит, Ликвид и Фурия могут выйти с группы. Вот. Нипы либо Фурия, но я больше... Я склоняюсь больше к выходу. Не знаю, даже Фурии, наверное, группы, чем Нипы. Сколько у них еще матчей в группе осталось? А, все, сегодня последний день. Гамбит с Нипами, Нипы не смогут выиграть гамбитов. Фурия не сможет выиграть Ликвид. Тогда Энтропик, если выиграет Team One, если Энтропик выиграет Team One, то еще Энтропик могут выйти с группы. Короче, вообще непредсказуем группам. Ну, то, что Ликвид и Гамбит точно выходят, это 100%, а вот за третье место очень жесткая борьба. Могут и Нипы, и Фурия, и Энтропик выйти. Короче, жестко. Элик за 2,5 ляма трансфер. Да, Элик хорош. Красавчик, электроник. Нави просто, почему он так хорошо играет, потому что Нави очень сыгранная команда, они друг друга понимают. Если засунуть Элика условно какой-то Гамбит, он не сможет так настолько уверенно отыгрывать, я думаю. Гамбит тут ЖБ выиграет. Гамбит выиграет то ЖБ. Но вопрос в том, смогут ли они показать что-то против Нави. В какой-то там стадии, в полуфинале, в финале. Потому что Нави сейчас набрали жесткую форму. А кроме Гамбит и Нави я не вижу команд, которые могли бы играть наравне с СНГ коллективами. Ликвид. Ну да, Ликвид и что? Вряд ли они смогут что-то показать где-то на финальных стадиях. Вот, как сейчас Dignitas. Они ж... Перестало все у них получаться в атаке. 5-0 заканчивается раунды. Да, кстати, вот... В принципе, Гамбит на отпуске могли какую-то стратегию против Нави придумать, потому что они выиграют все команды. Вот Нави это, по-моему, единственная команда, с которой у них есть какие-то проблемы. Так что можно думать, что предполагать можно, что они в отпуске придумывали какие-то страты против Нави. Ну, тем временем 13-11 счет. Весь этот камбэк команды 00Nation начался после того, как они выиграли пистолетный форс. Не единственный раунд Dignitas с того момента не взяли. Интересная позиция. Фоллен любит в такой позиции отыгрывать. Батя Фоллен. Либо же, как говорил Сеня, Гамбиты могут быть там командой нескольких турниров. Группа у Гамбита не самая сильная. Энтри от NaVi просто не могут его перестрелять. Лекро Фоллен 2. Лекро Форест 2 килла, 1 в 3 остается. Лекро 1 есть килл. Хени красный, 17 хп у него. И нет. 14-11 Иван, жалко, пацаны классно играют. Да, пацаны, может, и классно играют, но не слишком хорошо для европейского уровня. Иван, это же бразильцы, да? Если я не ошибаюсь. Да, это бразильцы. На тир 2 сцене я смотрел, Тиман очень неплохо выступали, когда были турниры Spring Sweet Spring и что-то типа таких турниров. Очень хорошо выступали, но ничего не доросли до тир-1 коллективов, и чтобы противостоять им. Но здесь, судя по всему, ГГВП на первой карте, потому что Dignitas вообще ничего не может сделать после проигранного пистолетного форса. Железная оборона началась у бразильцев. Пистолетную серию взяли Dignitas и больше ничего не смогли показать за атаку. Лео находит Фрайберга. 4-5 ВСМ. Потерял 70 хп. Оп, Хаузер промахнулся. Можно было попасть. В такой ситуации Лео один на медле держит удар, нет, к нему еще подходит игрок под номером 8, это VCM, но это фейк. Малик закидывается и будет выход на Б сейчас. Трое игроков там стоят и, наверное, будет сплитовать игрок атаки. Да, падает Леко, и это выход на Б. 3 в 5, VSM делает еще один килл. Хорошая флешка, но нет, не зафлешила. 2 в 3 ситуация. Интересно, Кенджи находит Халдрика. 1 в 3 остается Хиппи. КСГО его убивает. 00Nation забирает первую карту. Через 15 минут начинается вторая карта. Буду всех ждать на второй карте. Рахим Шарипов поставил на тотал больше 2,5. Dignitas имеет хороший шанс забрать нюк. С процентным соотношением, мне кажется, это где-то 70 на 30, что Dignitas заберут нюк. Так что 2,5 больше, вероятнее всего, здесь пройдет. Все, всех буду ждать через 15 минут.
Hello everyone and welcome back. We are heading straight into the second map. 00Nation, one
Продолжается у
map
нас
up
встреча.
after absolutely obliterating Dignitas on Dust 2.
00Nation против команды Dignitas. Нюк, выбор команды Dignitas.
Because 00Nation, no slouches on this map, especially their T side. Their mid rounds are great. This is going to be the
И
A play from
начинается
Dig, and
стремительный
Leo's
выход
not
на
blind, so he's going to
апленд.
get free reign over these players coming out of
Разменчики
Hyper
2 в
Forest.
1,
The
3 в
quick trade
1.
jumping out, and there's a second for him
И
as well.
хороший
A site
заход
is
на
taken.
плент от
It's looking a
команды
little dangerous for them.
Dignitas.
Leo
Правда,
potentially
падает
had the
Форест.
chance there to frag out. Love this from
Видим
VSM. You
киты,
know how much
которые
of a fan I am
валяются
of the
на
duels.
девятке.
Oh yes. Plus he loves it. He did it once before as well, so no stranger to rocking.
He's been watching my demos. That's all there is. That's the only possible answer.
Oh yeah, mate. He knows. He's heard you spouting. He's heard you saying how
Просто
good
на
they
Б
are.
сейчас уйдут, судя по
See if he
всему.
can do something.
Ой, хорошо Хаузер прикрыл тиммейта.
Maybe. This is a 1v3.
Бомба ставится все-таки на А.
Switches off, he goes to the
Есть
USB.
киты, но
Removes one gun. Now he's only got one gun. That's not good.
остался один
Went from two
единственный
really
игрок.
powerful guns to just one little silenced one.
Защиты, он уже спалился, и это 1-0 за командой Dignitas. Пистолетка залетает европейцам. Хороший пистолет, хорошо зашли они на плент, разобрали сразу же 3 опорников.
Yeah, just split up on that retake. KNG going in a little early. VSM not able to find it. An opening pistol for Dig, and on the T side again, so important. Need to make sure that they don't let you know what happened last time happen again.
Yeah, it
This might just be the fast Ajax.
seems like it actually. Straight in. I mean, TRK's on top of the Deagle. Ooh, nearly the headshot.
Прививают
It's just
ТРК,
over
ну
the top
короче,
of the
форс
forest,
вообще
gives him a head
неудачный.
up, does not kill him. So the bomb will be
Судя
going
по
down.
всему, Лео просел,
VT, it's already
ТРК
at a deficit.
погиб.
Can they bring it back? Nice angle for VSM. Filthy one, actually. Surprised he hit the shot. Has backup from his teammates. Now just spamming, seeing if they can connect onto anyone. I mean, Dignitas at this point, looking good to get themselves a second round. 00Nation, they can save this. They've got basically everything they would want going into the next round. Armor, Scout, MP9, Deagles. You know, you're content to throw this one away.
2-0 Dignitas,
just hold on to
сейвят
Might as well bring this
Диглу
into the next
МПшку
one.
и
Like you said, you're
скаут
not gonna be
игроки
retaking
команды
A on Nuke with what they have
00Nation.
here.
Хороший
And
килл
there's
про
gonna be a headshot from
Фрайбергу.
KNG. Does he know this player? Slurking up on him, sneaking, sliming as Lekro. Oh, nothing. I was hoping there was going to be a real hype moment there. I was really building that one. You know, maybe KNG would fight it out. We'd see a jumping galore
Отыграют
spray
от
from
засейвенных
Lekro, you know,
девайс
headshot him.
сейчас
That's what I
00Nation.
wanted. That's what I imagined in my head. But unfortunately, imagination can only get you so far.
True. You can get you all the way to Imagination Land.
Yeah, hell yeah, it can.
Yeah, it can. Imagination.
It's too early for me to be singing on broadcast. I can't
Later
do
on,
it.
yeah,
I
the
can't
second
right now.
best of three. The second
Yeah,
best of
yeah, yeah. When I'm a little more awake, you know, a little bit. Yeah, that'll be better.
That'll be when you ease into it with the vocal cords. Lekro, looking to physically remove some vocal cords with a Galil. It's an odd surgery. I wouldn't recommend it myself. Let's see if he can achieve
Даже на
that,
взятие
'cause
этого
Lucas
раунда
is
есть
waiting.
шансы у
He has the deagle.
бразильцев,
Primed.
потому что
Ready to
Нюк это
fire.
такая карта, где
He isn't going to be pushed
Deagle
just yet.
хорош.
Lekro's lurking around basically. Has control
И
of the guards
Авик
outside
хорош.
for the meantime.
То есть
And a little bit of info he can trickle back
можно
over to the
стать
rest of the
диглом,
Dignitas
например,
squad.
там
Dig at the meantime,
перекрестку на
also have
рампе, и
lobby
все,
control.
никто
Just
не
set up,
выйдет. Вот,
holding.
например, Лука сейчас
Timing
забивает
not working
Лекро.
well there for Lekro. Been biding that one for a while as he pushes out. Lucas will find him. They sprint out
Заход
onto
на
the side.
план,
They
здесь
need to
два
keep these angles
игрока.
soon, as there is still
Один
CTs in close
сделал килл, и
proximity.
второй
TRK
падает,
gets
но
one, but they trade
не
it back.
очень
And now they
как-то
should be able to get a
командно
free bomb
сейчас
back.
отыграли.
Yeah, they'll be able to get the bomb.
00Nation.
recovered that Galil. ANG also has armor, so they might consider just saving again, to be
Им
honest.
нужно
And
было
no kit. Hard for
больше
them to get back
как-то
into
в
this one.
паре
Maybe if Lucas can
отыграть.
find this frag towards Hut, think about going for it, but no, not able to
Так
find
они
it.
открылись по одному.
Honestly, I can't see a world where they actually decide to
И
full commit to this
потеряли
retake.
жизни свои.
Maybe if VSM,
И
yeah, I guess if
VSM
he could find
падает
that
от
one,
Хаузерка,
potentially, but
Лукас
no.
в мейне
Probably try to
делает,
just hold on to
не
what they
делает
have.
килл.
Eventually, Lucas faces forward. KNG does get one. With the armor here comes
И
Forrest.
Форест фармит KNGV, это 3-0.
Wants that bonus money. Not able to upgrade to the Galil, but that's fine. Who cares, you know? He's like, whatever. He doesn't mind.
He's not bothered.
Yeah.
You know, in his own lane, moisturized, thriving, and unbothered. All the things you need to succeed in life. Dignitas certainly succeeding so far on the T side. It was a rough start from a D2. Did not go the way they wanted it to. We've already lost the map in this series. They need to win on Nuke. That's just the top and bottom of it. Those are the facts. You lose on Nuke, you are out of the qualifier. You will leave in the semi-finals. 00Nation
И
would be our
первый
first team
оружейный.
to qualify, of course, to the grand final. And be one best of three away from getting themselves a spot.
Ищите, я
at
на
the
вас
last
бабки
four
поставил. На
showdown.
кого ты поставил?
That's what's to play for.
На
That's why
Dignitas или
Dignitas
на
are fighting back as good as they get.
00Nation?
00Nation, though, at the minute, not being too proactive, just playing their angles, playing their ones, holding and waiting for the push. They still have utility to work with. Only one real bit of offensive utility there with the Molotovs. The rest of them do still have smokes, though. And down to a minute on the clock, those smokes could be incredibly important.
Yeah, and as we saw against
0-0
Fnatic
поставил,
on day
понял.
one, you know, on Nuke, 00Nation much better on the T side than the CT side, which is normally the opposite of what we see. They're gonna walk straight into Lucas and they don't check it. Holzer does, but he goes down
Лукаса
immediately.
не
That's three for him.
прочекали.
Can he
3
find the
килла
fourth?
он
No.
сделал, только
Forrest
после этого
eventually
Форест
trading
его
that one out,
разменял.
but 3 kills from Lucas towards
И
the secret
4 в
area.
1 ситуация. Это
Where TRK finds
опять
Heat,
первый
tries
раунд в
to work
защите,
out
судя
onto
по
A.
всему. Правда,
Sam's
VSM
in
пропустил.
such a
Нет,
good
должен его
position here.
видеть.
Ooh, did he see Forrest? No, but Forrest didn't see him either. And this is going to be a weird one as he's right down to his right. Forrest not going to check it. And yeah, he's going to go, oh,
Oh,
no, not
no.
like this.
Это нож.
VSM. That's not very
VSM
nice.
в
That's not
бразильском
very nice at
стиле.
all. Like Butcher Pete, Davey. He's chopped that meat right up. Made himself a nice ham sandwich. Oh, the replay as well. Done dirty. Forest molding.
Stab.
Nightmare. Yeah.
Stabbed, of course.
They burst the bubble. Instantly snap back to reality now. Dignitas face the 3-1 scoreline. 00Nation in with a lovely round.
Кстати,
Let's see if they
если
can keep it going
бразильцы
off the
сейчас
back of that.
берут этот раунд,
Ooh, how's Zerk? Oh, I thought he wasn't going to get anyone, but luckily
все
enough, he
хорошо,
finds the
забудьте
adjustment
все,
of the
что я
KNG.
говорил.
Forest pops the head of Lucas,
Почему
and they
00Nation
are
так
angry.
плохо
They've been
принимают
stabbed,
улицу? Они
baby. So now they're fighting back with a quick round.
мало того, что они килла не сделали. Чел с девятки открылся слишком уж просто, он что не понимал, что на таком тайминге в Dignitas могут проходить улицу.
Needs to be very careful the way he plays this. Leo's cleared out secret, so they know the T's aren't coming here, but he actually is spotted by that Deagle. And look, he swings out. He wants more. Finds Halzer. Shot in the back. Lekro letting his boy down there. Not able to cover him, but recovers that.
Понятно все.
Another Deagle headshot. Lekro known for his Deagle skills. It is kind of funny. He is just known as like the guy who's like, you know, he's pretty good. He's a solid pro player, right? He's great. But you put a Deagle in his hands, and he's just like the most known Deagler. Him and Nico are like in a league of their own.
Слишком хорошо Dignitas играет на нюке, и бразильцам будет очень и очень непросто что-то показать на этой карте против шведов.
One dig this, one dig that. It's like part of his brand.
It is, isn't it? Oh, hello. Hang on a minute. Oh, I was thinking maybe the Navi could do something.
А чё они бомбу не ставили? Такой вопрос у меня. Такой вот смотрите, просто как-то очень бездарно упали два игрока улицы.
They come out swinging on this one. They clean up with a lovely couple of frags. Good opening plays towards outside. They shut down the round and they keep things moving. So a 4-1 split here. T side for Dignitas going the way they would want it to.
Все равно есть закуп.
Yeah, they have 00Nation's money completely in check.
00Nation.
See, the force buy comes out. KNG does have the op. That is all they have, really. I mean, MP9 in the hands of TRK. All the utility gone already, right? KNG's the only one with anything left. I mean, TRK has one flash. No kit to be found either. So Dignitas has all the advantages in this one. We're going to see the pop flash, and this looks like it is going to be the ramp play. There's the flash. VSM gets blind, drops down in through the fire, so he does manage to get away, but not before he takes
Dignitas.
about 30 damage. I was going to say 29, but it just seems silly. It just seems, it's like 29 damage. Yeah, okay, technically he did, but 30 is just
Вот,
easier.
в принципе, ТРК сейчас может словить очень хороший тайминг и запушить
These are just the facts.
лобби.
Gonna make the
Но
rules.
нет, все. Видим, что
okay,
возвращаются Dignitas.
He wants to do a little bit of
Они
schooling
фейканули
here.
рампу.
Pushed in towards Hut with the MP9. Sitting on the
Оставили
close
здесь
angle.
фрабера, который будет просто контролить вилку.
Absolutely sublime. If he hits his shots with the weapons, at
Вдруг
least
появится
finds himself the opening pick.
интерес у игрока
Grab an
защиты
AK and scurry out of
пропикать
there.
еще раз вилку и
Probably be
рампу.
first contact now as they are getting set up for this. Flash out through Squeaky. They slip into the site. He'll have to win his
Хороший
fight against
килл
the Hut
по
player. Will,
хипу.
meanwhile, Leo doing damage
По
to the
своему
wall.
уже
Rapid
стреляет
shot starts to rip them to pieces.
игрок
TRK
защиты.
with the
И
aim
очень
fake.
хорошо
Savage
приняли только
hitting
что
shots.
план
Leo for the
бразильцы.
final frag. Headshot onto Forest.
Дисциплинированно за плента
00Nation
в лобби.
finally get themselves a second round now.
Thought that heaven flank from Freiburg was going to be what ended up winning them the round, but instead the timing is just off, and he's not able to connect his shots when he does decide to commit. Look at that, maybe he was trying to line up both of them, trying to, pick a target. Instead, they turn around and they're able to find the kill on him, and that heaven flank should have been round securing. Instead, 00Nation does win it out. Leo and TRK in the site able to completely hold down that A play. Now that forces Dignitas onto this eco round.
Диглы только
The money they have in the
на
bank too,
руках
they're not
у
going to be able to buy even next round. Their buy is going to be crap unless, of
Dignitas. Но
course,
видим уже один
Necro is
килл
able to
дали,
do something with
один
the
в один
Deagle.
не
Yes, he
размене,
does,
все
as
равно в
always,
большинстве
Necro with
Dignitas.
this Deagle finds the
У них
second
голые
headshot onto
диглы
KNG.
были,
It's two frags
вот
outside.
уже у них
Now
появилась
Dig, one
М-ка,
gun recovered, no armor though.
но они без
Now
армора в
four
Хаузер.
versus three, and Halzer
Почему
worked his way
хип
towards hell. The CTs might not know about this. They
без
do.
оружия?
Yeah,
Вот
VSM, he's
Глок
like,
только
no
что
flank for you.
подобрал.
No.
Хаузерка убили,
Okay,
Лепро
no,
красный,
I am
но
Norwegian
теперь
now,
уже
and I shoot other Norwegian.
после смерти
Some
Хаузерка
one-way,
шансы
one-way action.
на победу становятся в разы больше у команды
60
из
seconds
Бразилии,
left
так как Лекро
for this
красный,
round specifically,
Лекро
however.
битый, на 40 хп он
He's found
выживает
the two
только.
frags to Dignitas.
Тем более ВСМ пропушил уже
Large level of lethality
лобби
has
из
been coming
Квики,
out
никого
from
здесь не
Lecro's
видит и
pistol.
понимает, что это быстрее всего улица, либо секрет. Эти две позиции остаются на контроль для команды 00Nation. Как раз таки этим занимается у нас VSM, который стоит в мейне, но не угадывая, так как Dignitas спустились в секрет. Проходят под даблдорс.
Ready to run rampant with his M4 if push comes to shove. They will group up towards the door. Is he ready for the timing? As it swings open, there's going to be a Deagle here of Lecro looking for the flick.
Ай,
It's two.
хороший спрей от
Beautiful spray
VSM.
transfer keeps it moving.
Принял
Like an
троих.
artist, just paints them
Браво.
with the M4.
3-4.
Pretty picture done into the round.
Закуп под
And another one
Dignitas
secured
сейчас
for
будет.
00Nation. Is it a
Форест
boot?
не
Go
может
4 to
купить
3.
себе калаш.
Yeah, this is a tough call for them if they decide that they want to
Фрайберга
go for
или
the
в
buy here,
Хаузерга не
because
обратил
if
внимания,
two
там
players who are
3300
gonna
на
have a very
счету.
low buy, it's going to be Galils and some nades, if anything. And are they going to go
Фрайберга
for this one? Yeah, they
3300.
decide to take the timeout to figure out what they want to
И
do.
тайм-аут от Dignitas.
Freiburg down to 33, Heap on just 36. And even Halzerk and Forest, 41 and 43. That's not going to be a great buy for anybody on their side. They might just decide to go for the Deagle light armor here instead of committing to this full buy. But the downside of that is you take the pressure off of 00Nation's economy if you do
Сделаем
that.
опрос.
And that
Кто
is sort of
победит на второй
the
мапе.
risk you have to run in these situations. What are they going to decide to do? Okay, Molotov purchase from 4. Yeah, this is going to be the full buy. All right, so they're going for it here. See Freiburg opts for the MAC-10. Heap does get that Galil. So full nades come out from Freiburg. Where are they going to go with this? Those A hits early on in this half worked for them, in the pistol round and anti-ecos. Might be something they opt to do here.
Закупил Фрайберг Мак 10.
Instant vent drop. KNG's already gone down. So they're set up with a classic utility anyway. Freiburg gonna smoke and flash out. Molly goes up.
Забагался Молик, VSM только один килл дает, бомбу спалил, но рампа теперь пустая. Именно сюда может направляться атака. KNG еще обидный промах. Но Лекро все-таки погибает.
TRK has to get the headshot off onto Lekro. Hauzerk waiting for push through the door. It will open up.
Еще один килл для защиты. Хаузерк только один килл. 1 в 3 остается Форест.
All on the old man, but he can certainly pack a punch. Oh, the experience coming out in a deathly dance as he tries to keep himself alive. Hits the headshot onto KNG, and he could really be thriving here. The battle constantly going in his favor. The peek out from Forest.
1 в 3. Форест только что тащит.
As Forest does them all in one by one. That was huge.
A perfect play from Forest, using every bit of his environment to isolate those one versus ones.
Как они это проиграли, я в шоке просто.
Misses there. Just give Forest a chance to get back into this round. Yeah, look at this, see right here, like this is a miss, a re-peek from KNG. He goes down, and then Forest just playing that 1v1 to perfection in the end. Shoulder peeking, getting the information, and landing his shot. And that is just veteran behavior right there, using all of his environment perfectly. As now they're using their environment to get out onto A.
Килл от Лекро. Есть дробовичок, но сразу же 2 разменчика. Ну это похоронное.
Come back to haunt them as 4 players drop immediately. A site gone. This is going to be the 6th round for Dignitas.
It's got to be.
Это 6-й для Dignitas.
Nothing to be done for Lucas here. Couldn't even stay alive. They will hunt him down. Forest will frag him.
Forest is unchained. 12 frags to 5 deaths. He got stabbed in the back that one time, and it really, you know, switched the nerve. He had that vein come up on his forehead, Davey. And since then, he's just been giving it.
Yeah, but you know, there's some players that you don't want to make them angry when you're playing against them, because their brain will just kick into another gear, right? There's some people where you want to make them angry because they'll tilt or they'll, you know, they'll mess up, they'll start whiffing, things like that. But Forest, not the guy you really want to make
Форест
angry,
просто затащил нереальный класс 1 в 3, добавил мораль своей команды. Но теперь уже Dignitas конкретно взялись за эту карту. Хотят выигрывать вторую карту. Твой выбор, напоминаю. Это потенциальный 8-й раунд, 7-й раунд, потому что сейчас юспы одни на руках у команды 00Nation. О, опрос вроде бы сделался. Вы видите опрос? Потому что мне кажется, что опросом что-то не так.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, lots of very fast stuff from Dig on their T side. Oh, and there's a good flash outside.
Лекро 3 килла сделал и по своим, и по чужим. Тем не менее, ситуация 1 в 3. Ага. 1 в 3 ситуация. VSM с одним юспом. Тоже падает. 7-3.
Nice try, Freiburg. I mean, sometimes you just get shot in the back by your teammate. It's just the way it is.
It's unlucky, you know, it does just happen.
Maybe he just doesn't like him. He was using that as a perfect excuse.
Just venting his frustration.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've killed you. My bad.
Sorry, I was blind. I couldn't help it. It was an accident.
Hey, especially in real life. Absolute nightmare. So we do have a pause. A little tech pause that we have them. Apparently someone's got an issue with their keyboard, Davey.
I wonder what kind of issue with the keyboard, because there's so many issues that could happen with the keyboard. Was it keyboard punched and keys went flying, and now they have to do the it's almost like the walk of shame as like as the keys go flying around your room, and then you have to like get up, walk around, pick up all the keys, walk back, put them in the right spot, you know, like it becomes such a No, I wouldn't know any of this from personal experience. No, not at all. I read it in a book once.
Dude, I remember the one time, like, when we were at LAN, and I had never seen like Essia, my teammate, basically like ever be angry. He was one of those people that's so like, you know, calm, really reserved, like super like the ideal CS player, right? Like Nothing ever gets to him. And there was a 1v1 where his game had a micro starter or Mirage, and I remember just seeing SEO, you know, die in this micro starter and slam his desk, and his mouse go flying.
Лукаса сбривает
The
прострелом
other teammate Jakey who was sat next to us, his mouse goes up in the air.
через вент.
He's just like, God, there was some real force on that slam. Like, what? How have you achieved this?
Нип также
man has
находит
power.
Yeah,
ТРК.
just watching their mice fly. It's crazy. It was a ridiculous land moment. KNG though about to have a ridiculous online
Инжури
moment. He's
также
walked
падает,
into hut.
но все, здесь поплыла команда 00Nation, мне кажется. Ну и видим 2 килла. Ну, мне, да.
T-Roof, no, Hauser, so
Здесь
high up.
легчайшая карта для Dignitas. Как я и говорил на предыдущей мапе, что Dignitas на нюке слишком хороши против тир-2 коллективов. И в принципе могут свой нюк играть против тир-1 коллективов.
And Dig on the T side have looked very good, very dynamic, changing up the pace a lot. Round they send the player down the vent, they end up ending towards A. You know, because they've done those fast A plays, right? So you tell 00Nation they had to react in a certain way. Lucas, I think it was Lucas who ended up going down towards main. That spam through the vent. And again, I will say, just want to make sure I point out, again, we know on Dust 2, we saw 00Nation go up 8-2 before Dig was able to claw back the half. And now, coming into Nuke, right, Dig, yeah, they're up 8-3 right now. And see right there, that's classic. You always have to expect Norwegians on the roof. It's the original story of Santa Claus.
Yep. No, it is true. It is true.
That's actually where it originates from.
You hear the clumping, the hoofs. You do a good hoof, Davey.
Yeah, I like just like in Monty Python, I get the coconuts and I clank them together as I walk around.
Honestly, we should have some. We should get some props in
Тайм-аут
for the
от
next one.
бразильцев.
Dude, don't tempt me. Like,
It's little audio props. It'd be doable. We'll come on dressed as Santa Claus and
Если
you
что,
know, we'll do
если будет
Christmas
третья
and
карта,
stuff.
я
as
ее
they're
стримить
rushing,
уже
we're
не
both just
буду.
clacking the coconuts together as they're rushing in.
Досмотрю только
Yeah, it's
вторую
good to have
карту, к
horse racing
сожалению.
commentary. My God, they're coming in quick down the west side. Would you look at the speed of that man? Oh God. Right then, Dignitas. Just steamrolling through this one, flattening 00Nation. There's nothing they can really do. I mean, they've got 2 HEs going into this round. That's about everything they have to try and make an impact with. KNG swinging with the deagle, but he just
Уже
holds
падает,
and he makes
Лео
it
падает.
look so easy. 2 frags found.
So
Notice another
easy.
one in close proximity. Deagle response from Lucas will hit the headshot
Ну,
back onto
четверо
him,
игроков уже проходит по секрету.
and it's starting to stagnate a bit.
Реально so easy.
Yeah, I think they're probably just going to save these guns. Again, like, they don't really have a way into this. Actually, VSM is really going for
VSM
it. And he
тоже
ends up going
падает.
down to Halser. Surprised he didn't just get away with the gun.
Halser
Lucas goes down
кичекил
as
по
well, actually. And I
Лукасу.
think 00Nation is maybe biting off a bit more than they can chew in this round. Had 2 guns in their hands and only 1 player with armor, no kit.
И
No way
Фрайберг
into that one.
находит
Instead, Freiberg walks up.
0-0
It's TRK in the
ТРК.
back of the
Такой
head,
никнейм у
execution
ТРК.
style. It is a
Можете,
9-3
кстати,
scoreline for
подписываться на
Dignitas
мою
now.
телегу и мой
00Nation.
инстаграм. Там будут
We bringing out
проходить
the op on
анонсы
KNG.
всех стримов.
There's going to be a full gun round here. And again, I just want to point out 00Nation much better on their T side on this map than their CT side. They play really well on the T side of Nuke. So despite the scoreline, they're definitely not out of this one yet.
Ну, если бразильцы хотят хоть как-то зацепиться за эту карту, нужно про бизнеса забирать 3 раунда подряд, 9-6 делать счет на первой половине.
They count on Molly as well. Hauser's going to be there with the AWP. He's scoped in. There isn't actually anyone there at the meantime. If he flicks around the corner, he will have a field day, as there are CTs closely grouped up. Talking of which, Dignitas really started to hustle and bustle together. All 4 of those players towards outside, just waiting for the call.
Just that one lurk smoke thrown. This has become more and more common. Makes it very hard for the CTs to get all the info they want. The only thing they have is, okay, there's nobody down secret, but they can still be so many places outside.
На контроль карты решили отыграть немного Dignitas. 4 игрока на улице, 1 на рампе. VSM, раз килл, 2 килл, 3 килл. Давайте 4-й килл. 4 килла для VSM. И ни единицы здоровья он не потерял, конечно, находится по 4-9. Как-то очень просто Dignitas вышли в поле раздевалку. То ли не ожидали там игрока, то ли что. Минус 4.
In T-spawn, where you'd have the guy in the booth with the broken chain link vents.
Oh yeah.
Or was that train actually? That might have been train. I can't remember.
Honestly, I'll agree with whatever you say.
Oh, yeah, it worked.
Could be anything. Like I'm just gonna agree.
As long as we both back each other up, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Лето находит Букаса, и вот опять раунд забрали хороший и очень просто отдают энтри уже. Сейчас KNG тоже отвалится, идет боком под гараж, в котором находится Лекро. Да, атаки происходят.
He swings into action with the AK. VSM, violence, success, money. These are his core morals. Let's see if he can make some big ones into this round, though. As he unloads with the AUG. 2 clean kills, taking down Forest and Freiberg.
Я бы просто, не знаю, вытащил бы эту игру.
Nice guy, Heap.
2 в 2, Лекро Хаузер против ТРК и Лео. Лекро у нас идет под 9 месте с Хаузерком. Бомба есть у них в руках. ТРК с будки смотрит. Теперь с дефолта смотрит 9.
Dig decide to go with it. Yeah, they are both going heaven, so the timing here for TRK has to be perfect.
Проходит под Heaven, ТРК может поймать очень неприятный тайминг сейчас. Нет, есть размен 1 в 1. Все, бомба ставится в дефолте. А почему? Почему Хаузерк не поставил бомбу в дефолте? Зачем он ставил ее под бут? Не совсем я понял этот вот Хаузерка. Да, он знал, где игрок. У него был молик, можно было скинуть его в будку и спокойно ставить в дефолте.
If you get a 9-6 though, you then go on to T. We saw how good they were back on Dust 2 T side. They were setting the pace of the game, looked really confident with the rifles in their hands. You give AKs back to these boys, they're going to be having a field day.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like this, if they can get 6 rounds on their CT
Ну,
side,
в любом случае, 9 раундов за атаку уже хорошо, но вот и 10-й может даже быть. ТРК на будке отыгрывает. Его прочекали. 9, 6, 10, 5. 10-5 счет. Ну, 10-5 за ТСА это слишком много, и боюсь, что 00Nation не смогут отыграться. Напомню, что третьей карты, если она будет, здесь не будет, я досмотрю только вторую карту, и, к сожалению, придется мне уйти. Вы подписывайтесь, здесь будет еще много стримов. Будем хорошо проводить время.
They just have to prove their worth onto this pistol round, really. This is where things begin anew. New chapter, fresh half,
Пистолетка.
10-5.
Смотрим.
They get themselves a pistol, you can easily close that gap. We've seen it happen way too many times. Utility being used then. KNG through the skylight, throws out the flashbangs, the molly goes off.
Краски от Хаузерка, хип, боже, просто идеальная приемка. Просто идеально сыграли только что Dignitas. Хаузерк байтит, хип убивает. Ставься VSM KNG. Вдвоем VSM сейчас будет под 9 проходить. В любом случае, 4 в 1 ситуации вряд ли такое потащится. Учитывая то, что бомбы нет на руках, армора нет, 53 хп, буквально 2 попадания в тело.
2 USP shots is all it will
Фрайбер
take.
контроле.
And this
Фрайбер
flank is
читает,
coming
но
up from
Лекро
Secret. Yeah, and that's Lekro. He's able to
раньше
find it.
его
Walks up
убивает.
Secret. Okay.
5-11.
Look at him go. Look at Heap from the vent.
Да, здесь читалось, что
Find
Dignitas
3
нюк
USP
смогут
frags. Yeah, this
забрать.
is the flank kill. There's Lekro.
Ну, еще
Spray
не
paint
забрали,
on the
но
ground.
очень
Okay.
близки к этому.
Naughty. No, dude, Heap did really well there. You know, how's that basically taking the bait? Heap hitting all of the frags. It was a good hold towards the A side. Stopped 00Nation from getting a much needed pistol round as well. If they did, they could have started to grind their way back into the game. However, now it looks way harder for them, right? Dignitas obviously full buy coming into it. They're trying it again.
Выход на
Issue is
апвент
an
есть.
MP9 in the hands of Freiburg,
Фарм
and
от
this
Фрайберга,
time
есть
to make some
добивочка от
money.
Лекра и
Lekro
есть
comes
килл
in
от
as well.
Хаузерка.
Spams
12-5,
out with the
очень
M4.
легкий
We
раунд.
see Hauzerk find the
Были
frag
одни
off
игроки,
T.
сейчас будет
Okay,
оружейник.
tuning
Решили
up.
не
12th
закупаться
round for
форсом игроки команды 00Nation.
Right there, you can see very quickly. You can see the Halzer, the little shake of the mouse as he got that final kill. Very quickly, he's like, man, why did I buy this from Halzer? This gun sucks.
12-5 оружейка от обоих коллективов.
So much hatred for the FAMI.
I hate it. It's so bad, dude.
You know, I just don't think you're taking good care of it though. If you show the
That's
FAMAs love,
definitely possible.
you know, you work it.
Лукас
it will,
находит
treat you
Фрайберга в
right.
смоки.
Freiburg's FAMAs though, clearly been abused, not happy. You know, he's not been taking too much care of it, hasn't been cleaning it.
Находит Лекро
on the
размен по
regular.
VSM, забирает TNGV, но остается очень красным вместе с Форестом.
Just spun over there, heard that hit, and then see, that's another benefit to the A1S. He flicks over, he hears those shots connecting, very quickly shoots through the smokes, able to find the second. When Heap was spotted, and because he has help here, he's actually going to stay and try to hold this one down. 00Nation decides not to commit to it. So 4 versus 3 now, and Forest with low HP on top of the hut with the silenced M4. Can he find anything before he goes down? The nades are coming out. He's on top of the hut. He needs to find something here. This first frag, very important.
Адрес
Does lots of
находит
damage. Halzer's there to bail him out.
2-4,
Make sure that he can
2
stay
в
alive a
3, но
second for
есть
Lekro.
перед этим килл, 1 в 3.
His third on the round is
И
now
это
Forest. He's
раунд.
looking for him real hard, not able
13-5.
to find it. But Halzer does, so it doesn't matter.
0-3 по раундам во второй
All the
половине.
focus on Forest there on top of the hut, but instead it's the boys, Halzer and Lekro, that are able to actually find the kills. And oh, look at that. That first kill is crazy. That was just like, he was just shooting at the smoke. Like, I wonder if someone's here. Here's those tags with the A1, continues shooting, and finds that frag onto KNG. Big solo play
Гигуи
from
и
Lekro outside.
Ток-9 у
Massively
команды
so, hugely impactful.
00Nation.
17 kills to his name right now. He's had a great game here on Nuke. Dignitas, they don't need
Хаузерк
much
уже
more to
получает
close
по
this
голове
one down. 3
прострелом на
rounds is all
минус
that's required.
76.
Should probably be one of them. I mean, 00Nation just down to the
Ну,
pistols.
Форест
Tech-9
смоки
not gonna
сбривает
cause any
ДРК.
trouble here, as Leo is fragged out, trapped in Squeaky. Cleaned up. Forest taking a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, towards outside, Lekro gets locked into a 1v2, overcomes against one of them.
3-4. VSM убил Лекро с дигла, и Хаузерк у нас остается красным. В принципе, если сейчас забрать Хаузерка и тапнуть какого-то там Фореста либо Фрайберга, можно будет попробовать и взять этот раунд. Вот Хип проседает уже немного.
Heap is playing dedicated towards ramp. Bomb is outside. It looks like they're going to try to work their way towards main. This looks like it's going to be the split, and Halzer's going to find himself right there in the firing line.
Вот.
VSM finds that one dig. Halzer goes down.
Ну, Форест, здесь
Now
есть
Forest
Форест.
trying to reaggress, trying to retake this map control. Finds one, sees the
Двух видел
second, gets
Форест,
them both.
Лукас
Lucas quickly out of the
сразу
door.
же
On
разменчик,
the
но
trade.
2-1 ситуация есть. 2
Два
битых игрока, но это никак не помогает Лукасу в 14-5. Очередной оружейный.
14-5. You need rounds, Jack, not kills.
True. That is the big fact. That's the hot commodity. That's what you've been fighting for. And at the minute, Dignitas are the ones that are holding the prize pot. If they win this, it means that both teams have taken a map. We will go to Inferno for our third and final map decider. Only one of these two teams can get to the grand final to fight against either Copenhagen Flames or Harvu. This is easily the most stacked best of 3 that we have today. These are the two teams that we expected to see probably in the grand final, if anything, if not Fnatic. But we all know how the group stage went. right now we're starting to get our questions answered about how this semi's going to go. Dignitas leading. They get themselves to 15 here.
Dignitas
The pressure really going to be on for
9
00Nation.
раундов.
Do you have KNG on the
Почти
AWP? Maybe
троекратное
that could be a bit of a difference
преимущество.
maker for them, but we have to see some impact from him.
Ну, на Инферно в Dignitas тоже очень
And they
большие
have a lot
шансы.
of rounds to grind
Хорошая
out
карта у
now,
них
right? Like I
Инферно,
have been
хороший нюк
hyping
видим.
up their T-side nuke, and
Так
you know,
что
obviously it
я
is true, like they do have a really good
уверенностью
T-side.
в
There's so
90%
many
могу вам
rounds they
сказать,
have to grind
что
out here. Obviously, if they 10
победителем
rounds in a row just to get
третьей
that
карты
15,
и
not going to be easy.
Best of
Necro
3
in this
серии в
advanced
целом будет
position.
команда
Fourth
Dignitas.
secret. It doesn't look like they're going to commit to
Если
clearing
хотите,
them out.
можете
And they've
поставить
thrown all these
копеечку.
outside
Я не
names,
знаю,
but
какой
Necro
сейчас
has the
конкретно
information that
в лайве.
Navi's worked their way down secret. Oh, and potentially, if he loses out on that fight,
Или
he
как
doesn't. The
разрывает
nade
ESM.
comes in.
Там, естественно, 13
ESM
хп
goes
прыгает.
down. Necro
Пиглет
gets away with his
никого.
life, and now the play is towards
Там
A.
видят. Форест троих может
Forest.
сейчас убить.
Playing on the close angle.
Двое
PM4
построились,
picks
но
out
Фрайбер
lots
делает
of
размен
tags, but no
4-4
real
ситуации.
frag
Фрайбер
for Freiburg. It's
про
up to
него
you now to do
знают.
the damage. The sheer defender at
И
the
он
back of the
падает
bomb site.
3-1.
Awkward peek. Star steps into
4-6.
it. Hello, Hauser.
14-6, не 4-6,
He's been uppercut.
14-6 счет.
Yeah, it looked like Freiburg might have actually lagged there. Maybe had like maybe the micro stutter thing you were talking about earlier. Something
the
happened
ghost
there
of
because
SEO.
that like you said, that peak just doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's like I think he must have had some sort of lag issue there. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. But also we got to give 00Nation the benefit of the doubt as they do grind out that T-side round despite VSM going down. That A hit comes out quickly and they were able to find those frags towards the A site. Forest doing a ton of damage, but just
Нету
not
денег
able
на
to finish
закуп
off
у
either of the
Dignitas,
players.
несмотря на то, что они взяли
And that
4
does
раунда
put
к
Dig,
ряду.
you know, terrible money situation. They decided to go for the force on this
М-ку,
one.
3 дигла.
Halzerk saving for that op to make sure he can get that one out. Now, 00Nation, obviously still a lot of rounds to go, but you just take this one round at a time. You slowly grind out this
Агрессия от
T-side.
Лекра.
Know that they're good at it. They know they're capable of it. And once these guys string a couple rounds together, you know, if their confidence gets flowing, these guys definitely they're fueled by the hype.
Oh, they are indeed.
Есть 2
This is
килла у
hype, though.
защиты,
For the
3
CT
килла у
side.
защиты.
Pete, double dig, back
Ну,
up a Forest
беда,
as well.
беда.
Yes, indeed. Oh, these kills coming out big with the Deagles.
Плохой закуп от Dignitas, 3 дигла, МК и Юсп, и вы даже килла не сделали. Вот Лекра видит уже спину, убивает одного, знает про второго. Ну, Лукас сделает 1 килл, 2 килла, да, но его не отпустят. Уже 15-6. Мап-поинт для Dignitas.
Consolation prizes at the end of the round. 15-6, 1 round away from Dignitas victory.
Well, the Swedish Deagles strike back as Heap with that Deagle towards ramp, able to find 2 1-digs on the players as they try to scale out. And that's all they needed to get back into that one. Dignitas sends us to map point, potentially sending us to that 3rd map right here. 00Nation opt for the timeout. I mean, it makes sense. You have to force into this one. Not going to have a lot of util. You can see Leo opting for the Galil to make sure he can get that full utility, but he's the only one. 3 smokes, 1 HE grenade, a flash, a Molotov. You know, they're just going to be... This is one of the rounds where you're looking around at your teammates. It's 15-6, and you're just like, you know what, guys? Vibe this one out, boys.
Yeah.
Vibe this one out. Let's go. We don't have a lot of util. Whatever fight you want to take, go take it. Try to find anything you can. We just...
Последний раунд, возможно, на этой карте.
You know what? Let's just party.
Взрывается сквики. Лукас на контроле. Форест находит уже TNGV. Лукас в попытке разменяться через смоки не смог этого сделать. Форест все-таки погибает от рук ТРК.
Now we're into the 4v4. Freiburg drops off, grabs the smoke, has the AK to work with, expecting the push to come out through Squeaky, as he does play on top of the hut. 00Nation. What's the call going to be? Holding for lobby control at the minute, seeing if the CTs will give up anything. They are just holding. Peek from Hauser,
Хаузер прострелом попадает, но по нему попадает щетка. Так что в большинстве сейчас
He got a little
игроки
bit of
из
CSGO there. Obviously, he
Бразилии.
got the tag out onto Leo, but just
И Фрайберг на будке сейчас стоит.
means that it's just the tag
Хип
and not the
пропушил
kill.
лобби,
Now,
это
Heap is
может
trying to
стать
react,
хорошей
pushing into
новостью,
lobby,
если бы
and
он не
TRK is
погиб.
right there waiting with the Galil, so that's another kill for him.
Есть
And lobby is
разменчик 1 в
being
1.
held.
2 в 3 ситуация, тем
And
не
this
менее.
flank is coming
И
in onto
видим,
Freiburg
что все
from main, and if
фуловые
he's not aware of
игроки
that,
на карте
get really dicey
видят
for him, pushing
ножки, но
forward,
не
finds
смог
the second, can't
перестрелять.
connect the shots.
Да.
TRK wins out on another one. That's 3 for him in the round. Now
Седьмой
Lecro coming up from
раунд
Secret. There's a
для
player waiting for him here towards
атаки.
main. Might not be ready for it. Might not check
Лукас
it.
ставит
Tucked
пачку.
away here in this close left corner. Will he find him? 20 for 12. He's not gonna look. Oh,
Один
but the
килл
missed
для
shot from
Лекро,
VSM,
1
and
в 2
actually Lecro's got a way
ситуация,
back into
ТРК
this.
красный.
Lecro.
Раз килл и не
Hits
смог
another one.
пришлять второго.
Oh, down to the
7
1v1.
15, 7-15.
Hanging on a thread. In the end, he gets snipped. 15-7. 00Nation. Barely getting through that round once again with their teeth. Lovely shot there from TRK on the replay as well. Both of the frags very unfortunate. The first 2 picks that they got really did a world of hurt to Dignitas.
That op shot right there, though, that's what makes me. You know, obviously, the op is the best gun in the game. Well, I mean, probably value. You know, like value for power wise, the Deagle's probably the most valuable gun in the game, and we can see
Есть
exactly why right there.
шлифочек по голове
As
от
Lecro
Лекро, но сразу
outside,
же
thought he
разменчик.
might get the second one there, but no, just the first. Able to find the opening kill onto Leo, or being chased down by VSM. Spotted crossing towards
Закупились в
Secret.
0. Опять же
Now that should
Dignitas.
be some sort of a reaction from
Видели мы
Dignitas.
уже
We see
такой
them pushing
закуп от
towards
них,
lobby
как
here.
они его
It's again
забирали.
Heap walking through trophy room.
Форест
see
вместе с
what he
тиммейтом
can find in
пропушил
lobby.
уже
Forest
лобби,
close behind
никого
with the
здесь
sound
не
stem
видит.
Lobby control's been taken, but Lucas is here in T-spawn, and he's just grabbed the
Лукас
bomb
на
jack, so if they can
спавне,
find this
Лукас
frag,
2
they have it in
килла
spawn, but Lucas
сделал.
able to find both of them. And this is the bomb trapped in spawn. We see one player, that's
А,
VSM,
в Лукаса
coming
бомба,
back to help
вот
his boy get out.
в чем
But Freiburg was
загвоздка.
positioned on top of the roof, and
Сейчас
VSM might
ВСМ,
not expect
в
this either.
принципе, может убить его. Я имею в виду
Freiburg goes
Фрайберга.
undetected. He could be a gigantic fawn in their side. Hauser
Аузер
goes down.
падает.
Freiburg with a peek. It's the
2
important
килла
shot
от
to Lucas.
Фрайберга.
That's the clean up as well as he takes down VSM. 37 seconds to survive. Grabs the AK for a naughty surprise. Smokes off in
34
front of him as
секунды у
well.
него есть,
Has the bomb behind him.
чтобы грамотно
Focusing
разыграть эту
towards
ситуацию, но
outside.
нет,
Here's the
Кенджи
peek.
его забирает.
KNG.
8-15.
Little bit quicker. Hits him with
Денег
the big
нет,
green
и,
gun.
в принципе,
And
можем
is laughing
увидеть
all
счет
the way to the back.
9-15.
15-8. Another round for 00Nation. It could have been ended there though. Sloppy.
Yeah, that was almost a disaster from them. Bomb being left in spawn. Lucas has to go back for it. And that lobby push came out at the perfect time. And Forrest and Heap, they had pushed through. Heap, you know, he wasn't able to land his deagle shots, but Forrest was the guy who they needed to trade that kill. If he was able to peek out with the M4 and trade that kill onto Lucas, then they have the bomb in spawn. They have 2 guns recovered. And they can play the rest of the round to just defend T-spawn. Instead, the trade doesn't come out. 00Nation get away with one there. It was a big mistake from them. But in the end, they survive it, and they get to fight another round.
Round 24. Could be the final knock on the door here. If Dignitas can just lock this one down. But obviously, the USPs to work with, it's not looking good. We've seen some strange things happen, though, throughout the qualifier. So I don't really count anything out anymore. 00Nation, however, realizing they have a lot of map controls to play with here. They are encroaching on the A site. The gamble stack is on B. The only one that would find out that info would be KNG. But yeah, unfortunate for him, obviously goes in solo, because he could throw away the AWP. He gives that over to Dignitas, they can save it, they'll be happy, that's all they really want.
Строили засаду Dignitas на нижнем пленте,
Towards heaven, so
но
they're
туда
just gonna find an
не
MDA bomb
направляются
site.
00Nation.
They do eventually move in. All like you said, all the USPs down there in secret. It's not going to go well for them. The A site taken.
Нет,
Everything
здесь
is
никого,
free. They can
так
see
как
that how
Лекро.
Lecro goes up the
Он
vent, spots them
просел,
in heaven,
убежал,
and he's like, yeah,
отогнали
guys,
защиту
look, I'm gonna be
и
honest with
ставят
you.
бомбу.
They've
Бразильцы.
gone A. The bomb's been planted.
Это 9-й раунд. Очень много урона, 4 килла, 3 килла. Хаузер сразу разменил, на ходе Хаузерка. 1-4 Сахиб с Юспом. Но его сейчас попросту добьют. 2 килла, что? Да как, ну
goodness.
боже.
The peak with the reload.
Столько
Wasting
денег
so much
теряют
time
из-за
there.
того,
Even
что
if
не
it
могут
went
просто
00Nation,
переселять чела с
At this
юспом.
point, money is a non-issue. You have to spend everything every round anyway, basically, because you can't afford to lose any. That's just the top and bottom of it. That's what they've been left with. Dignitas back on the buy, though. How's Zerk pulling out the AWP again?
Yeah, it could be huge for them. We've seen on the gun rounds, they are very capable on the CT side of Nuke. They did pick this map for a reason. And this is going to be the fast op peek towards Hut. Not able to find anything behind the silos. Does now get smoked off. And here's Lekro back to Big Garage, able to find his first. Can he find the second? He can't, but he is finding the damage. But VSM actually trades that kill.
Есть один в
So
один
these players on the
размен.
A side
Файбер
are getting
красный,
sandwiched.
VSM также.
Trapped in, kept at bay. Smoke down. Blocks off Squeaky at least. Forest is now able to tiptoe his way around, peek out on main. Is he ready for the timing?
Форест
VSM
падает.
at the angle. Has the headshot.
Неприятный момент.
Dignitas putting players
Учитывая
into
то, что
body
Фрайберг
bags rather
красный.
rapidly. Hauserk, however, flanks up close, sees the back of VSM. One shot is all that's required.
Тихо сделал и ушел, называется нашел. Килл игрок команды Dignitas. Халзерк с юспа наказал VSM. Один в один разменчик, но Фрайберг все же красный. Как Фрайберг нигде не найдет какое-то убийство? 19 хп он сейчас остается.
Freiburg is playing alone there by the CT vent. Ooh, Heap's actually gone down to B, so if 00Nation, if they drop down the vent, Heap will be here, but if they just walk out A, which it looks like they are, Freiburg not going to have a lot of fun.
Фрайберг мишки, один килл делает, один в один размен и клатч один в один. Для Лукаса и для Хипа. Кто? Ну все, Лука знает позицию Хипа, но мне кажется без шансов. Да, 10-15. Даже ТБшку могут сейчас пробить эти команды. И вот не хватало этой атаки на начале этой половины. Если бы не начали вот так вот играть с самого начала половины, мы, возможно, увидели счет даже 10-9 сейчас. 10-9 или по 11-11. Примерно такие счета мы могли бы видеть сейчас.
There's players in lobby going outside, going back to lobby. This is what I was talking about with 00Nation. They play very dynamic on their T-sides. They're very fluid. They rotate around. They take advantage of openings. Players aren't afraid to go for picks. You know, they want the brawl. You know, they live and die in that environment. They want it to be scrappy. It's where they feel most comfortable. Is the opening pick outside. KNG finds Lekro towards Big Garage. Big Deagle player taken down.
Фрайберг загулял, но Хип его спасает. Фрайберг на 3 хп выживает. Падает Хаузер. Форест у нас отыгрывает за ящиком. Раз скилл. Залагал немного обсервер. Фрайберг на 3 хп против 3 остается. И это, судя по всему, тотал больше и счет 15-11.
00Nation killer bees are on the swarm. They have site control. They have 30 seconds to get the bomb down and win this round. Freiburg's only got 3 HP. Watching towards main.
Считаем
looks away. He's going to get backstabbed. Sees his
неудачные
shoulder. Gives him a
ловит.
little bit of Hajifaba. Can he hit the shot though? Just one. Gut shot, no kill.
Yeah, not enough to get that headshot. Now 00Nation, they win on the anti-eco. 11, and again, now just one round at a time. You only need 4 more. And really, when you think about it, you only need 4 more, but that just means 2 gun rounds, right? Because you're going to be forcing them onto ecos when you win them. They're going to just have to half buy. Because look, they're buying down to $0. Every single player on the team Not a single kit to be found on the side of Dignitas. All head armor, no kits. So Dignitas is in a tough situation. I mean, if 00Nation just keeps playing how they are, Dignitas, they're in serious risk of getting 00Nation back into this one.
I mean, that's the terrifying part as well, because obviously if they do, if you lose the next
Наши
4 rounds,
смотри
we're
от
going to
Фореста.
OT.
Флешки залетают. Форест видел игрока. Форест
Падает,
падает. И это очень интересная ситуация. Будет сейчас разыгрываться. Разменчик 4v4 ситуация. И в сторону рампы сейчас направляется атака. А здесь у нас хип с СГ. Хаузер нужно прочекать. Все, это минус Хаузер. Непонятная агрессия от Хаузерка. Лукас также убивает. 2 в 3. Бомба ставится VSM. Что-то Twitch залагал у меня. Перезагружу Twitch.
When they do that, they take advantage of all the openings that are given over to them. Very well played round. It is going to be the 12th. And now Dig. Again, we are probably just going to see the half buy. They could drop 2 guns and not have the op. Maybe, you know, maybe just MP9 light armor here and try to go for a lobby crunch, right? Don't let 00Nation get all the map control that they want. Don't let them play slow how they have been. Maybe try getting in their face. Gotta try to mix it up a little bit and put the pressure on. You know, make them rethink how they're approaching these rounds.
Закуп. Вот Dignitas, если они проигрывают этот закуп, мне кажется, неизбежен счет 14-15. Фаст раунд от 0-0. Лукас есть килл. И сразу 3 размена. ВГВП. 4 в 1 ситуация. Всем спасибо, кто был на стриме. Сейчас заберу ТРК. Третьей карты, к сожалению, не смогу на ней присутствовать. Спасибо всем, кто был на трансляции. Очень рад был со всеми пообщаться. Джи, Прохим, Дима, Сергей, Тронгер. Всем спасибо, кто был на трансляции. Спасибо, что писали в чат. Рад был всех видеть. Всем удачи, всем пока. Подписывайтесь. Не пропускайте трансляции. Заходите в телегу, инстаграм, все ссылки по стримам. Все, всем спасибо, кто был, всем пока.